Welcome to Oak Lanes in Westland, the setting for this year's Bowling Showcase Adult Challenge. I'm your host, Mark Martin, and I want to thank you for joining us for first round action. And sitting here with me today for all of this year's action is Oak Lanes proprietor Jason Papa. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks, Mark. Really excited to be here again this year, and what a great day for bowling in Metro Detroit.
So we want to welcome all of you at home watching on our new station, Detroit 50, and we're glad you've decided to spend your morning with Bowling Showcase. Now, over the course of the challenge, you'll be watching 8 teams representing various bowling centers and groups go head-to-head in single-game Baker elimination matches. Each team consists of 5 members, with each member bowling 1 frame. Now, at the end of the 5th frame, the teams are going to swap lanes and continue until the end of the match. So we start with this year's competition with 8 teams: Cherry Hill Lanes North, Country Lanes, Fantastics Bowling Club, 5-Star Lanes, Oak Lanes, Perfect Game, Thunderbolt Lanes, and Woodland Lanes. Now, at the end of our first round matches, the 4 winning teams will move on to the semifinal rounds and then the final championship match. So we start with 8 teams, but there can only be 1 Bowling Showcase Adult Challenge Championship winner. So let's take a look at today's first round match. Our second first round match features 5-Star Lanes versus the home team, Oak Lanes. 5-Star, they're looking for their first title after finishing second again last year, and Oak, in their second appearance, is poised to battle. Now, both teams are ready to rumble, but only one will move on to the semifinals. There you have it. And once again, we're honored to have Jason and MD-USBC Association Manager Phil Goodman joining me to help bring you all the action. Teams are all set, the lanes are dressed, the crowd is ready to cheer. Stick around. We'll be right back with this year's first round action next on Bowling Showcase.
When you need your lawsuit won and done, call 1-800-LAWYERS. Auto injuries, slip and fall, Social Security disability. Call 1-800-LAWYERS. Zamler, Schiffman, and Carfus. Don't let your case go in the gutter.
Metro Detroit USBC, your source for everything bowling in the bowling capital of the world. We are the largest affiliate of the United States Bowling Congress with over 30,000 members of all ages. We support USBC Certified League competition and organize USBC Certified Tournament competition. We provide 18 tournaments for all members of our association, including men, women, youth, seniors, scratch, and handicap competition. The top reasons for belonging to the Metro Detroit USBC are having your average recognized, bonding of league funds, rules of the game, assistance in resolving league issues, equipment standards of the game, charities, and awards. Visit us at mdusbc.com. Here we are back on Bowling Showcase Adult Challenge at Oak Lanes. Our host proprietor, Jason Papa. We've got 5-Star Lanes against your home team. Should be a pretty good match, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. 5 Stars always in it. They've finished second in this event many times. And my Oak Lanes team, let's see if they can give them a little bit of a challenge today.
That's right. We're going to find out right now when Gino Wilhite steps up for the 5-Star Lanes team. Gina shot her first 700 series this year at the Women's City Tournament. With a high score of 289. And guess what? She started golfing this year.
Oh, boy.
Crosses over, leaves the 310 split.
I think what she's going to try to do here is move a little bit left with her feet, try to place that ball just to the right of the 3-pin, get a little deflection off the 3-pin, and the ball should take out the 10. Let's see what she can do here.
Oh.
A little lighter ball that might have got a little more deflection.
Lighter ball, yep. Now up on the right-hand lane is Kayla Blanchard. Kayla, high average of 217 for the Oak Lanes team. Got a couple of 300 games and a high series of 803.
And she happens to be my girlfriend of 4 years.
Well, there you go. She knows she better throw a strike.
That's
then, right? Ken Wilhite now up for the Five-Star Lanes team. Ken and Gina obviously have 3 grown, beautiful children.
Ken with the power strike there. Made it look easy.
He did. He definitely did. Dan Kelsey now up for your Oak Lanes team. His occupation, retired.
Yeah, Dan bowls a couple days a week here at Oak Lanes, and he's a big supporter of everything we do here.
Started bowling at the age of 12. It's like he kind of crossed over, kind of pointing. Leaves the 3-pin.
Yeah, I think he knew that when he let it go. He was hoping for a Brooklyn strike.
See, if you don't point, it's like when you play basketball and you got to call glass.
Right.
It's like here, you got to point.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to admit when you're wrong sometimes.
That's right.
Something I have a hard time doing.
It's because you're never wrong, Jason.
That's right.
Come on.
I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong.
That's right.
My dad told me that.
That's nice. Dave Ugorowski now up for Five-Star Lanes team. 5-star working on a strike. Dave started bowling at the age of 6, took about 10 years off, but now he's back in the game.
Back in the game with a 220 average.
Not too bad.
Doesn't look old enough to have taken 10 years off, does he?
No, he doesn't. Did he point? I didn't see him point.
Yeah, he did not look very comfortable on that shot.
No, he didn't.
I think he's going to have to calm his nerves a little bit.
Yeah, leaves the 1-3-6. Relatively easy spare. You just got to get lined up for his strike ball and
That's right. Get a good release.
got it. And he does.
Yeah, that looked a little better.
Tony Calabro up. Tony's also retired.
Yeah, he's new to the team this year. He bowls here a couple days a week also. Bowls in the summertime here. We appreciate all of our summertime league bowlers as well. And thought I'd bring in another lefty.
Powerful strike. Oak's got an 11-pin lead through 3 frames.
My evil plan worked this year.
So far. Tyler Thorne now up for the Five-Star Lanes team on lane 4 here at Oak Lanes in Westland. Tyler's got a high average of 229. Hangs out in trees. He's a tree worker.
And a big power player there. Very nice strike.
Big, powerful strike. Tom Small now up for the Oak Lanes team. Tom lives in Garden City. Been bowling for 30 years.
He's a secretary on a couple of our leagues here. Takes care of our leagues and takes care of those pins that time.
Took care of them pins, that's for sure. So with that double, Oaks cut the deficit to 1 pin. Pat Cusick now up. Pat has been on this team, this Five-Star team, every year. And Pat is a manager at Five-Star, big supporter of bowling and Bowling Showcase, high average of 236.
Looks like you like that one, let it go, huh?
That's right. That's right. They answer the call with a double, Five-Star does. Dave Grabos, CAD designer. Is that right? 56 300 games?
Yeah. Yeah, and most of them here at Oak Lanes.
Nice. Ouch. Looks like he got a little bit slow on that one.
Yeah, that one looked a little slower than his normal ball speed.
He was the 4-6-10 split.
I think he's just going to try to get 2 pins here, and
Well, 2 will get him 4 because he's on a strike.
that's right.
And that's exactly what he does. So here we are, the end of our first half of this first round match, second one. And your team was there, and then Dave left that split.
Yeah, 5-star looked like they started out a little bit slow and picked up steam there. Oak, started strong, and then, that split could end up being costly.
That's right. Things happen.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be back after these messages on Bowling Showcase. Phil Goodman, our association manager, is going to talk to the Oak Lanes team right after these messages on Bowling Showcase.
1-800-LAWYERS is Michigan's premier auto injury law firm. They have helped thousands of people and won millions of dollars for clients. Period. The attorneys at 1-800-LAWYERS are in it to win it. Call the law office of Zamler, Schiffman, and Karfus.
The Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth bowlers in Michigan. Tournaments include Open, Women's, and Youth Championships. Also Youth Masters, Queens, Masters, and Senior Masters. Recognition includes first-time 300 games and 800 series for all members and 600 and 700 club memberships for women. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State USBC. Here we're back on Bowling Showcase, Oak Lanes and 5-star in a hotly contested match. 5-star's got a little bit of a lead due to that unfortunate split by Dave Gravos in the 5th frame.
Yeah, we got a close one here, real nail biter.
That's right, it is. We're going to go down to Phil Goodman. He's going to talk to your girlfriend / captain, Kayla Blanchard, about their second half of the match.
Kayla, you are in a very close match right now. Until the split, you were like maybe even a little bit up. Going into the final 5 frames, how are you preparing the team?
We just need to clean it up, make sure we don't leave splits and leave stuff we can make, and hopefully the carry goes our way as well.
So being the first bowler up next, how are you going to set that tone? What are you going to do? Pump them up, right?
Pump them up and hopefully start with the strike to get us back on the right track.
Very nice. Now we're back to Mark and Jason.
Thank you, Phil. Okay, she's put her mark down. She's going to throw a strike.
She looks pretty confident.
She does.
I'm proud of her. I think she's ready to rock and roll.
She definitely does. Kayla Blanchard now for the Oak Lanes team up on lane 4. She bowled for Grand Valley State.
Yeah, collegiate bowler, and we bowl tournaments, USBC Nationals, and she bowls Women's Nationals, and she does a lot of bowling.
And she followed through on what she said she was going to do. That's the most important thing.
That's right. Do what you say you're going to do.
Gina Wilhite up for the 5-star Lanes team. Working on a double, that 5-star Lanes team is.
Yeah, she left a splitter first time up. Let's see if she can calm the nerves and make the adjustment.
They have a 4-pin lead, and it can be extended to 14 with a strike here. And
much better ball that time. She
on
looked
demand.
very comfortable on that one. That was
On
a
demand.
great shot.
That's right. Dan Kelsey now up for the Oak Lanes team. So when we asked Dan what his age is, he says 50 plus.
50 plus.
Yeah.
He says we don't talk about that.
That's right. Oh,
Got a little break
Broke it
there,
up.
getting the 10 out.
Yep. He's a 4-pin.
Lazy little 4-pin. He'll probably move a couple of boards right on the lane here and cross over the middle. Should be a pretty routine spare for a 220 average bowler.
It should be. That's for darn sure. Ooh.
Oh boy. Put the whammy on him.
I think Kayla better talk to her team. Ken Wilhite now up. 5-star working on 3 strikes in a row has extended their lead quite substantially at this point.
Ken's a power player here, so
Yep.
if he does hit the pocket,
26-pin lead.
really good chance of getting a strike.
Yeah. Now extends that lead out to 36 pins over Oak. All right, Tony Calabro up for the Oak team. 5 300s, but he's never had an 800 series.
No kidding. That I did not know. I bet he'll get one before his career is over.
Crosses over, leaves a 4-pin.
A little different spare for a lefty here. He might switch to his spare ball and try to take the lane out of play.
Looks like he probably did. Been bowling for 57 years.
Looks like maybe he switched back.
Oh. A couple of unforced errors by your team there.
Yeah, I guess we better work on spare shooting for next year.
You will have a clinic right after the show, right?
That's
Is that
right.
what you're going to say? Dave Ugarowski now up for the 5-star lanes team on the right-hand lane. Comes high and leaves a 4-pin.
Lanes might be breaking down a little bit.
They could be. They could be. You'd think it wouldn't, though, in the first few frames of a game.
Yeah. These bowling balls, though, they suck the lane oil up, don't they?
True. They do. 46-pin lead by 5-star. Oak has got a challenge ahead of them.
They sure do. They definitely need this one here.
Oh!
Oh, runaway Brooklyn.
That was Tom Small. He looks like he called a shot, though. I will say that.
Yeah, he ran back off the approach pretty quick.
That's right.
Like he was sliding into home. He is a softball player.
Tyler Thorne now up for the 5-star lanes team.
They call him the Ginger.
178 through 8. The strike up in the 9th for 5-star. 132 in the 8th with a strike up in the 9th for Oak. Dave Grabos now up. Got to get out on that one board there.
Came all the way back for him, too.
It did. Left a 10-pin. Just like last week's match, you know, get to the 10th frame, the game's over.
Yeah.
But it's never really over, I mean, because it's all about performing on television.
That's right, and coming out and having a good time.
That's
I mean,
right.
You know, I told these guys before they started, you know, just go out there and have fun. Yeah. Whatever happens, happens. But you know, we all have jobs, we all have things we do, you know, on a weekly basis.
That's right.
But bowling should be enjoyable. So go out and have some fun.
It should. Yep. We definitely don't want to count it as our profession, especially us amateurs.
That's right.
And he carries a strike. Final score for Oak Lanes, 172. Pat Cusick now up. Pat with 38 300 games and 8 800 series.
Started bowling at age 5.
That's pretty darn good. He was probably a two-hander back then.
Yeah,
Not in the sense that it is today.
that's right.
And carries the 10 pin. 5-star 178 through 8. 2 strikes up, max score of 238. Trying to beat that score that Woodland had last week.
That's right. I think it was
235.
235, that's
Yeah.
right. Yep. Well, one more strike here, and he'll have a chance to do it.
That's right. And the second strike. So I will say this about Pat. Over the years, he's changed his hat. Early on, like at the first year, I believe he was wearing a Cubs hat. That must have been like in 2016 when they won the World Series. And then he had another team, I forget. But the last few years, he's had a Detroit cap.
Yeah, I guess we got to ask him why he's not wearing a Lions hat today, right?
Well, I think it's all baseball for him now. 238 for 5-star, 172 for Oak. It was a great match, in my opinion, until Dave Gravos left that split in the 5th frame.
Yeah, that was really kind of the turning point in this match. If he goes up there and throws a strike, I feel like, it's a whole different story.
That's right. Exactly. We'll be back after these messages on Bowling Showcase, and we'll talk to Pat Cusick or Dave Ugarowski, I guess it is, for the 5-star Lanes team after these messages. Metro Detroit USBC, your source for everything bowling in the bowling capital of the world. We are the largest affiliate of the United States Bowling Congress with over 30,000 members of all ages. We support USBC certified league competition and organize USBC certified tournament competition. We provide 18 tournaments for all members of our association, including men, women, youth, seniors, scratch, and handicap competition. The top reasons for belonging to the Metro Detroit USBC are having your average recognized, bonding of league funds, rules of the game, assistance in resolving league issues, equipment standards of the game, charities, and awards. Visit us at mdusbc.com. The MDUSBC Women's and Men's Series returns January 7th at Thunderbolt Lanes in Allen Park. This is the third of 5 scratch events designed for women and men bowlers to hone their skills on keen competition. Those bowling in all 5 events, champions, and top 15 in the points list get invited to the RIP 10 Invitational, which concludes the season in May. The MDUSBC Super Senior Masters will come to Indian Lanes in Wyandotte on January 13th and 14th. After 5 games of qualifying on Saturday, the top players 60 and older will come back on Sunday for a single game, double elimination match play competition. When the smoke clears, a new champion will be crowned. The entry fee is only $110, with all of the entry fees going into the prize fund. Ken Wyatt, he's the defending champion. The annual Women's and Open Championship Tournament, commonly referred to as the City Tournament, kicks off February 3rd at Westland Bowl in Westland. Action continues through March 10th unless extended. This low-cost handicap and scratch tournament is popular and open to all MDUSBC members. Not only is it fun, it's competitive, and you could win money and a title. What more can you ask for? Don't miss out on this favorite tournament. Plaza Lanes in Plymouth is the host for the MDUSBC Senior Masters on February 17th and 18th. This event will feature the best bowlers 50 years of age and older. Troy Stuss, he's the defending champion. The entry fee is $140, with all of the entry fees going into the prize fund. First prize is $2,000 based on 120 entries. Pick up the phone and give us a call to compete against the best senior bowlers around. Call the MDUSBC office at 248-443-2695, extension 105 for more information, or visit us at mdusbc.com. Back on Bowling Showcase at Oak Lanes here, the 5-Star Lanes team just had a very convincing win over the home team. And we're going to go down to the lanes. We're going to talk to Dave Ugrowski. Your team bowled great.
Yes.
So what was the key to your success today?
I think it was my 2 spares. No, we
Yeah, I guess when you look at the score sheet, it kind of looks like 2 spares. You had the only spares for the team.
I did. I got that going for me.
That's right.
We were just really happy to be out here, happy to be representing a great family that owns a great bowling center. So we're just here to have fun and see how far we can take it.
Okay, well, you made it to the semifinals. You're going to bowl a pretty tough team here in a few weeks with Woodland Lanes.
Yep. Yeah, they were on fire.
Yeah, you better practice up.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Well, your team, like we said, had the opportunity.
They
and I guess
certainly
that's
did.
the most important.
They certainly did. I mean, they came out strong, and just a little hiccup there in the middle. In these one-game matches, anything can happen, and
That's right.
That's how it goes.
As opposed to week one, the Thunderbolt Lanes team kind of just was out of it from the beginning. They never really got started.
Yeah.
So, but next week we have perfect game against Cherry Hill Lanes North. We don't know quite what to expect on that, but they got some pretty good players.
Yeah. I'd imagine they're gonna come out and try to throw some strikes and pick up their spares and put up some good numbers.
That's right.
It's gonna be exciting.
So we'll see you next week on Bowling Showcase Adult Challenge. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: